Good morning, everybody. Back on the tractor this morning. Nice and rainy, so hopefully I can get some work in today. But getting ready to set up the fingers for my pressure plate there, the clutch. And so the height, I believe the height of these fingers have to be adjusted to like 4.65 inches. So I 3D printed up this little adapter thing here, this little tool. It aligns, it's a clutch alignment tool, and then I also created this little lever thing so that maybe I can set it up and get my height set up correctly. And so I got my T-square there set up at 4.65. I set the height up there, so hopefully this will work. We'll see. So we're going to get this kind of tightened up, and then what I hope to do is once we get this tight, we can use this tool here and set the height of these buttons. I'm really hoping that these are already set up. They've got witness marks on them. Everything's got witness marks, so I'm hoping it's already set up and I don't have to do anything. The other thing I'm kind of watching, I had to go to the store and get new bolts. The bolts were too long, so I had to get new bolts, new washers, because I realized that it was beginning to hit the ring gear on the back side of this. So as I pulled everything tight and down, it was starting to hit the ring gear. I was lucky I was paying attention, or it probably would have damaged the ring gear, pushed it off and that would have been just a complete disaster. So we'll just slowly but surely keep walking this down, a little turn at a time here. I'm sure you don't have to do it like this, but at least I can kind of go slow and watch what's going on. The other thing that I think has to happen is there's a little lip on the pressure on the face of the flywheel that this has to register against. So I think as I walk it down slowly, I think it'll register on that and center up. I'm hoping. All right, so I got these kind of tightened up by hand. So let's go ahead and put a little torque on them. Get them kind of torqued down. It's a really light torque. It's 25 foot-pounds. That one, I think that should have them all. All right, that's got it. Give it a little visual inspection here. The thing I was kind of concerned about, well, you can't see. Yeah, you can almost see it. See how that bolt almost come through? That one there. Bolts are really a little bit too long. So, yeah. All right, we got that done. Well, I don't know that that's good or bad or what. See how we're hitting, we're just touching that one. And we're just touching that one. And that one's a little low. So, but it's run all the way out. Huh. Ooh. I think I got a long ways to go. I don't know that I like that. Kind of goofy, sorry. All right, so I think I got this set up. I got all the fingers roughly the same height. That one's looks like we got contact there. We got contact there. So I think I think if anything, this the height gauge at least gets all my fingers the same height. All right, I'm hoping I'm doing this right. If you look right here, so this is a dual stage or a dual clutch. So one clutch runs the PTO, the other clutch runs the transmission or runs the drive line. So they separated them that way you could keep your PTO running while you're pushing in the clutch. So you have to adjust the dimension or whatever, I guess the slop, so that you get your release of your PTO correct. And the way you do it, I believe, is between the head of this bolt and the face of this pressure plate right here. And so you're supposed to adjust that gap right there to between, I think it's between 037 and 040. So I'm looking at probably, this is like 045. So a little bit wider than it's supposed to be, but that's correct. I thought with it having the witness marks that they had already adjusted that, but the best I can tell, it's not been adjusted. I mean, like this is, you know, hot dog down the hallway loose, so I'm gonna have to go through each one and adjust it. So I'll set you right here. That way maybe you can kind of watch what's going on. So I got this one. I wished I had a way of marking it, but okay. One. So we know that there's one, three. Okay, three. It's really heavy. So let me kind of turn it this way. Maybe you guys can kind of see. So what you have to do is loosen this nut here. And that's the locking nut. And then we'll take our feeler gauges and we'll get in here and turn this down till we got some drag. And I'm going to leave them in there and tighten this back. Okay. So we got a good, nice, snug, sliding fit there. Okay, that's good. Let's turn it around and let's loosen this one. Some of these were a good bit, like that one's a good bit looser than the other two. It's like, okay. So, I wonder if it were uneven, if it would release unevenly. I bet so. I mean, probably, I don't know, maybe it won't make any difference. All right, we got a good fit there. See, we took a good bit of gap out of that. And I hope I did that right. I believe that's everything. So we got the finger set. We got that adjustment set for the PTO. Got the finger height set. They're all even. And I think we're good to go. All right. Ready to put this rear main seal in. A good coat of grease around this. Lovely. All right, there are a couple different styles of these seals. One of them's got a bigger diameter. This is the earlier model. It's got a smaller diameter. Once you get it kind of, the plate took off, you can look at the seal. The numbers on the back, it got a 90, 154, 13L. And if you Google that, you can find these on the internet. I paid $80 from the local dealer. It is a genuine CNH part, but not sure if that matters. I know that they ranged anywhere from 30 to $50 on the internet. So anyways, we'll just slide this on. I think it's just kind of an easy hand press fit, and then that plate holds it in place. So let's give it a shot. Yeah, so like somebody said, the plate holds the seal in place. Kind of interesting. All right, let me get this on here right. Yeah, that's interesting. I wouldn't have I wouldn't have thought that. It's really kind of unnerving that that's all that holds that in place. Wow, that is. That's all that holds that seal in place, baby.
Really?
Yep. Just the plate around the outside, I guess. I wouldn't seem to come out weird. It was easy. Well, I say that. That's all that was to it is. Oh, he's fun. I should have made me a little stop, to keep it from rotating, because I could have clamped and keep it from rotating. Would have been a big help. But hopefully I can get it like that. Yeah. There's that. That's 30 foot-pounds. .1 to 50. Kind of an interesting range, isn't it? Very specific. So I'm gonna go, but if I can see. That's 40. 46. How about 46? Get 47. I've already got that one, but over here. Alright, that seems to work okay, putting that through there. Now I've got to try to get that good and clean, and this just may turn into a full-on cluster. I'm on my way. Make sure this is good and clean. Every bit of that is good and clean. The hot spots are.
Is it up close? Do you want any glasses?
No, I think you'll.
You don't have any rubber gloves out here, do you?
Yeah, I do. You want some?
Yeah. That way I don't get my hands all dirty.
Yeah. So making my little alignment shaft hickey in two pieces may have actually been a
Blessing in disguise.
a blessing in disguise or a smart move, right? Because, I mean, we'll see. So this thing is heavy as it can be. I'm gonna probably just see if you can maybe start the bolts. I'll try to hold it.
Where's the bolts? Oh, there they are.
Yeah, they're coming in it.
And where do I use to start the bolts with?
Maybe see if you can just start them with your finger.
Okay.
See that one at the very top there? Can you get it? Did it feel like it started?
Yeah. Feels like it did.
Okay.
It's tight.
Alright, I'm gonna. Alright. Let me get us a socket and ratchet. We're gonna do now. We'll take this and slide through here, and this will help us get our other shaft. Everything kind of
So
lined up.
how do you get that out of there?
I'll just pull it out.
It will just pull out?
It should just pull out. Does that feel like that's tightening?
Mm-hmm. How tight do you want it?
Just hand tight. There's 20. There's 25. Again, let's just. There's my dummy shaft. That worked out great. Let's see if we can ease her back together, maybe.
You need to be up there watching while I push, don't you?
Yeah, maybe.
Ready?
Yeah. Easy, easy.
More?
Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
3 hours later.
All right. I think we just about got it.
I got it.
Yeah, I think. I say that.
It turns. This one looks like it's going through.
Right? I mean, it's, yeah.
There it is through. That one up there is almost through. So this one is through. That looks like just that side needs to come down just a little bit.
Come down.
Mm-hmm.
Does the back need to come up
Maybe the back, yeah.
or the front down?
Either one.
The front. How about let's go front down?
Mm-hmm. Just a little bit. A little bit. A little bit. I think just a little bit more.
There, ain't it?
Yeah, you're in this one. You could just go just a little bit down over there. How's that bottom one looking?
You know what? All right, I'm gonna put a little bit of tension on that. I'm gonna do like I did on the other side and knock that block out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is there another block over there?
Yeah.
You want this big hammer?
Yeah, maybe, huh? I wonder how much, it's really hard.
No.
Enough?
It looks like you're right on there now.
You think that was it, maybe?
I think.
Thank you.
Yep, that was it for there.
That was it, wasn't it?
Yep. That's it, you're in. All the flags.
Yeah. Like a hot dog down the hallway, wasn't it, baby?
Yep.
That's all it was, just that block of wood.
Yep.
Woohoo! Man,
We got it.
we got. All right, just a quick update of what I got done. This is next weekend. Not had a whole lot of time to work on it, but I did get a little bit done. So here's what I got done. I got the power string lines back on. Let's see, 17 millimeters on this. These little mounts are 10 millimeters. It seemed like it was easier to maybe go ahead and start this line, get this line connected first, and then get everything kind of restarted or started. Down here, one thing it seemed like the best way to kind of approach this is maybe tighten the back line back here before you tighten the front line. And the reason I say that is down in here, you can pull the front line out of the way, you can get to the back line with your wrench, and then you can work your way forward and get to the second line or the front line a little easier. So I'm just trying to maybe make it easier. Let's see, I also got my hydraulic lines hooked back up to the pump. These strap clamps here, let's see, 10 millimeters on the strap clamps, 10 millimeters on those bolts down there. I think it would be easier. I put this line, the little line, on first, and then put the big line on second. I think probably should have reversed that. It would have been easier to do the back line first and get it hooked up. So anyway, so it comes back here. There's a strap clamp back here that you tighten up. 10 millimeters on that as well. Man, fighting the cold. It's been really cold today. So 10 millimeters there. And that's pretty much all I've gotten done. I did adjust my linkage. That way I've got about, the stop is missing here. But if it weren't for the stop, I'd have about 1 inch of travel, which I think is about what you need. So I got my starter put back on. 17, I think there's 17 or 18 millimeters there. I'm getting my tank ready to go back on. I'd like to put just as little as I can back on the tractor and maybe pull it out and give it a good pressure washing before I finish putting it back together. Finally got back up here so I can work on the tractor. So where am I at? Let's see, change the oil. I'll probably go at some of this stuff like, I don't know, like painting shutters on a burning building or something. But anyway, so got my fuel tank back on, put a little fuel in it. Got my lines hooked up. Wondering if I'm gonna have to bleed that or not. I hope I don't have to bleed it. So I got that put on. I changed my hydraulic filter. I changed my oil, put new oil. I think this filter here is a 1208, Napa 1208. And then I use a 1515 gold. It's a little bigger than the original filter, but you know, no problem. All right, just one quick thing. Let's talk about the fuel tank. Underneath here, when you take this thing apart, you can kind of see there's 2 rubber grommets that sit in this track. Make sure you don't lose those. There's also a little rubber grommet up here. Just trying to kind of point those out. Make sure you don't get those lost when you take it apart. This hose, I struggled with this hose. This hose, I didn't catch it when I pulled it apart, but there's a little hole in the filter mounting bracket there that this tube actually feeds down through that hole and then comes down between your fuel filter and your oil filter. That was a little bit of a pain. Putting this nut on right here was a little bit of a pain too. So what I did is I pulled this bracket kind of back with just a thread or 2 sticking through and fished my fat sausage fingers in there and kind of got it started and threaded, and then I was good to go and off to the races. So, all right, cross your fingers. I think I got it back together just enough to maybe move it around, give it a little test run. I got the oil back in it. I got my hydraulic fluid back in it. I overfilled the power steering fluid. Hopefully it'll go down as it kind of bleeds out, or hopefully it don't go spew it out everywhere. So cross your fingers. First start. Come on, baby. Reach your